It is no longer news that most women shun away from development projects taking place in their areas. In cases where opportunities arise and women show potential and willingness to take part, culture binds them as they are rated as inferiors to men. The Ministry of Gender, Children, Disability and Social Welfare, in partnership with UNFPA, is implementing a gender equality and women empowerment gateway project in 13 districts in the country. The project is being implemented in conjunction with a number of partners NGOs with the aim of promoting gender equality and empowering women to ensure the participation in the development projects in the communities. In Mchinji District, the ministry is working with Creative Center for Community Mobilization, Crecom, in 2 TAs of Dambe and Kapondo. Since its inception, communities in these areas have benefited social, economically, through the various interventions the Gateway project has introduced.
In terms of awareness meetings in the catchment area, they have done a lot as regards to gender-based violence issues and even women empowerment. They have given goals to some women. They have also built capacity as regards to what they can do once they have been violated of their rights as women. So the communities of Kapondo and Dambe, they are now quite aware what to do when they have being violated of their rights. The communities are able to report, they are able to see, they are able to do what they are supposed to do. So with that capacity, the capacity which has been given to communities by Crecom definitely is there to stay, because they have developed their skills, they have developed their minds to say, what can we do if we see these things? So they are able to deliver even when Crecom is away. I'm proud of the activities done by Crecom, and definitely they have made quite a tremendous improvement as regards to gender-based violences.
In this project, Crecom is using different approaches to deliver these interventions. One such approach is the use of discussion groups called Societies Tackling AIDS through Rights, STAR circles. The circles comprise of a maximum of 25 development-conscious women and men who come together to discuss issues affecting their daily lives in the communities. Through the same forums, solutions are reached and action points derived. The Star Circle Forum is the hub of most developmental projects that take place in the areas. This is where members of the community put in their efforts in various projects. The establishment of such groups has seen construction of this good classroom block at Chafuta Primary School in Makumbila Village, TA Kapondo, which is surely contributing to the promotion of education in the area. The school had a total of 460 learners during the 2013 to 2014 academic year. Only 160 were learning in a classroom, with the rest 300 having their classes under a tree and under a grass-thatched shelter. This setup was hard, especially during the rainy season, and it contributed highly to absenteeism.
Pano pathu pa skulu pa Chafuta panali mavuto osiyana-siyana okhudzana ndi ana amaphunzira pa mtengo komanso amaphunzira nzisakasa. Ndefe ngati aseko tinakambirana kuseko kwathu za mavuto amenewa okhudzana ndi mavuto apano pa skulu osowa mabloko ophunziriramo. Takhala tikukambirana nkhani zosiyana-siyana zokweza maphunziro atsikana kuno kwathu kwa Makumbira. Ngati atsikana ambiri kuno kwa Makumbira ndi osaphunzira, koma kubwera kwa bungwe limeneli zatitandizira kuti atsikana amene aphunzire fata alimbikitsa ulimbitsa kwake timayenda door by door kuona atsikana amene adalephera sukulu pa njira nkuwapititsanso ku sukulu. Tere zimenezo zatithandizira kwambiri njira yotemenemo.
Mchilwa village was literally inaccessible during the rainy season. It is situated on a valley and usually floods during these times. Thanks to the Star Circle for initiating road maintenance projects that have cleared up the area and made all roads to the villages accessible even during the rainy season. The Star Circles managed to mobilize members of the community to construct this bridge, which creates easy access to Mikundi Trading Center, where they get most essential services like health, police, and ADMAC.
Chimene chimachitika msewu wakaloti thandiza wakagula fertilizer kwa ADMAC ku Mikundi amakhala mavuto akulu. Komanso kuli chipatala china ku Mikundi chikati kwa chipumira tivuta timapita ku Mikundi kudalira msewu omwewo. Komanso azathu ochokera ku Mikundi kumene kupita kukapita amadalira msewu omwewo. Ndiye nchifukwa takhala pansi ndi afumu pogwirizana pakati pa mgwirizano wathu data msewu tisaulekerere kukhoza kukatiputira mavuto akulu kutsogolo. Chimene timafuna titaonetsetsa tikuthokoza kwambiri inu agewe lero pobwera kuno kationera chitukuko chathuchi. Tisanayambe utseka ndunda ngati iyi msewu poyamba unali wa flat isanafike pokwera kwa ngati mmene okwereramo. Ndiye timadzi amadzaza kuchoka uku mpaka na kuchoka uku kupanga level. Ndiye takapanga level kuti muoloke kuchoka kumudzi kwa Mchilwaku kupita ku Mikundi. Mavuto ake amakhala okula kwambiri. Wonena kuti mwina akakhala ang'ono kumadalira kunyamula paphwewa ndiye tikakhala ndi katundu basi wina adikire kutsidya wina atengeso wina akamutule koma zili zinthu zovuta zoti mwina ungokugwa pamenepo ndere usakhuza kumwalira koma pamene ukhala uchirikirira kwambiri kuti mwina kakatundu kakoko uolotse kuti mwina mavuto ako akhale ngati achepako pa zimene kumene upita.
The road maintenance project has drastically reduced cases of daylight robbery, and the youth, especially girls, are free to walk to and from school even during the rainy season. Currently, Crecom is implementing a goat multiplication program, a pass-on program. A women group of 25 members comprising GBV survivors, women with chronic illnesses, for example HIV and AIDS, and some from ultra-poor households benefited 4 goats each in this pass-on program. Irene Chalemeta is a group leader for Tianjane Women's Club, which is under the Star Circle in Chapakama Village, Traditional Authority, Kapondo. She is grateful to Gewe project as it is a source of basic needs in her family.
Pamoyo watu waweza bungwele limatipuzitsa kuti pasakhe kusiyana panchito pakati pa amayi na abambo ngakhale m'mabanjamo mnyamata mtsikana. Bungwe Gewe litipuzitsa chidayitana mafumu paokha adakapangitsa maphunziro awo ophunzitsa adadzeranso makomiti osiyanasiyana nakatipuzitsanso magulu osiyanasiyana. Ndiye nthawi imeneyi monga ngati mabanja aifa amedandira mbuzi kapena kuti kuno kwathu kuno kwakhala kusintha mbali ya nkhaza zakhala zuti chepere. Phindi imene tupezamo manyowamu mbuzi tupeza manyowa amene tuchita kumathirira kudambo. Tikatenga manyowa jothira mbewu zimapeza kuti mbewu zija zimakula bwino kusiyana imene timapangira kale timangodza chimanga chicha ndiye tukapita kupempha manyowa kwa mzako amene ali ndi mbuzi mwina amakupatsa thumba limodzi losakwana kuti khoza kuona dimba la thunthu. Koma panopa ndife anthu oti dadalitsika chifukwa cha mbuzi zimenezi.
After passing on the 4 goats, the rest of the goats she will raise with an aim of selling them to support her family. Irene now boasts of owning 7 goats multiplied from the 3 she was given from the club. To her, this is a fortune she would have missed forever had she not made an initiative to join the women club. She is now able to pay fees for her children. The goats also provide her with manure for her maize garden. This is a great saving. It is also inspiring to see how young women are being convinced and motivated to go back to school after many years of hardships in their marriages. Most of these young women enter into early marriages due to various circumstances such as early pregnancies and poverty. Ellen Lipiri is a perfect product of this noble initiative. At only 17, she had already tested the rough waters. She dropped out of school in Standard 6 and got married. Perhaps luck was on her side when the mother groups managed to convince and motivate her to go back to school. She has confidently gone back to school and has vowed to achieve great things as she climbs the ladder of excellence.
Panopo bwino wa sukulu unopeza chifukwa nori munthu ukwati wali wang'ono si bwino koma munthu zikwati wali warani wafikapo komanso ukhala woti uli pa sukulu upanga zibwezi si bwino. Dokumana ni abunge la mother group adanoza nori pali bwino khuzorani ukhozoyambira sukulu ndi modambira sukulu. Nitangofika kumene amaniseka ndi aheda alena kuti zori wina wayamba kumene sukulu radasiya lisema museka ayi. Ndochokera pomwepo mpaka pano adaleka sasekaso.
The mother groups play a great role in ensuring that the girl child is kept in school. Through Gewe project, they acquired 2 sewing machines which they used to make school uniforms for the schoolgirls. This was done upon realizing that most girls were shunning school because of poor clothing. The sewing machines are also used to make sanitary pads for the girls in their menstrual periods. This arrangement has reduced the number of girl absentees at the school.
Mother group inayamba atabwera agewe kuchokera ku Crecom kudzakhazikitsa gulu la mother group kuti tizithandizira atsikana kutukula maphunziro a atsikana. Ndiye atiphunzitsa kusoka mapadi, ma gym dress, ma uniform, zonsezi ma blouse, atiphunzitsa kuti atsikana asaone polekera sukulu yayi koma apitirize sukulu yawoyo kufika ku secondary mpaka na kukalowa ntchito kuti akakhale ana odzidalira paokha.
Another interesting aspect of the Gewe project is the introduction of mobile prosecution sessions or court circuits. These units have helped in speeding up court cases and justice in these areas. As they say, justice delayed is justice denied. The presence of these courts has seen many perpetrators of gender-based violence being sentenced to jail. This has acted as a wake-up call to any would-be gender-based violence perpetrator. This innocent 6-year-old girl is a victim of rape. Despite the visible physical trauma that she went through, it might never be possible to measure the extent of psychological trauma put on her. It is a relief to learn that her defiler was convicted and is now serving a 14-year jail term. In Mdumuka village, T.A. Dambe is another 17-year-old rape victim who is intellectually disabled. What started like any other normal day for her marked the genesis of her motherhood. She was raped by a 50-year-old man who impregnated her in the process. The first grade magistrate court was convened right within the community at Kapiri Magistrates Court and saw the man sentenced to 14 years in prison with hard labor.
When there is a case, being that the magistrate presiding there has no jurisdiction to handle those cases, sexual offences that is, Gewe do all what they can to make sure that I move from here to Kapiri, preside over those cases, and give verdicts as soon as possible, depending on the way the case is being handled. Whether it is a plea of guilty, it can end the same day. But if it is a plea of not guilty, if all witnesses are there, I make sure, considering the distance and the expenses, I make sure that the case is also concluded as soon as possible. area, indeed, fast tracking of cases has been facilitated by Gewe. I thank them because on our own, with the financial constraints judiciary is having, we could not manage to do that. But otherwise, cases are taking long because of finances. But with Gewe, they really do the best thing to the court to facilitate fast tracking of these cases at Kapiri. Not only Kapiri, even in other areas.
The youth are also trained in Theatre for Development, TFD. They use their skills to sensitize the communities on the effects of gender-based violence and HIV and AIDS.
Kuti bungwe limene libadwe makamaka kuzinati kwakukulu kudziwa kumbali ya matenda amene HIV and AIDS kwakukulu amakonda kugwira kwa ife achinyamata chifukwa zochita ife achinyamata nthawi zambiri zimakhala zoti ndizochepa ndimaperake timaloletsa kwambiri dzibwana mwina monga timakhala ngati mwina mapanga zibwezi mwina olo kuledzera kumene kusuta ndi zimene zonena kuti zimatipangitsa ife mapanga zinthu zosiyana zoti kanatheka kutani kuchita ndipo takuwunikira mabungwe azathu osiyanasiyana pa zimene amapanga liona kuti ndi bwino ife achinyamata titamakumana patoka nkumapangako zina zoti zitha kumatitangwanikitsa monga ngati kumapangako za mipira komanso mwina kumapangako za bawozi kumapangako madrama ngati ife achinyamata kuti mwina popanga zimene zonse tizoona kuti mwina kanthawi kathu kakutha mnthawi kuti ife timatangwanika ndi zokhudza ngati ife achinyamata.
Women in Kambuwe village have benefited a lot from the Village Savings and Loans VSL, popularly called Banking Konde. The VSL grouping has improved their lives tremendously. Nelly Andikiteya has now built a house from her savings. She used to live in this small dilapidated house. But thanks to Banking Konde, she can now afford a bright smile with this new house. In Makumbila village, TA Kapondo, women have been practicing irrigation farming for 2 years. The proceeds from the produce sales have empowered the women both economically and socially to buy school uniforms and other necessities for needy children in the area. Crecom also runs Mudziwatu community radio station in Mchinji district. This station plays a crucial role in informing and educating the communities within the district. Through these groups, members are able to share challenges and successes registered from different areas. The members are able to adopt the best practices from their friends. Kamzimbi Radio Listening Club is one good example in the district. Upon realizing the scarcity of firewood and the problems this is posing to the women in their area, they have embarked on a tree reforestation program. The group has a tree nursery and woodlot in the area. This program will also go a long way in as far as climate change mitigation is concerned. The group is also involved in roads maintenance to provide a good road network to the community and the surrounding areas. Apart from discussing issues that are affecting them, the radio listening clubs are also involved in a lot of activities like providing school uniform to girls as a way of motivating them to continue with their education. The radio listening clubs also reach out to orphans in the villages. They provide basic needs for them, such as foodstuffs and clothing.
Crecom is one of the organizations, non-governmental organizations working here in Malawi. It's focusing much on we can say, rural development, working with the rural masses, trying to uplift their living standards. Its focal points is diverse. Now we have areas into HIV and AIDS, women empowerment, that's we're talking of gender and other issues. We also have an element of education. In terms of sustainability, I should put it to your attention that much of these projects, we work with government stakeholders. We try as much as possible to bring in the government stakeholder board in the implementation of our projects. That's looking forward, that in case we move out or the project phases out, they should be able to carry on the activities. And also the response from the villages, from the communities, gives us an assurance that the projects will continue. Most of these projects, the entry point, we can say, is the village. We work together with the VDCs, the ADCs, which are the village development committees, and the area development committees, which are instrumental in the holding together and the sustainability of projects at the grassroots level.
It is an undisputable fact that Crecom has made a tremendous impact in Mchinji district. A lot of women have realized a platform to empower themselves in all aspects of their lives. This initiative harbors hope for future women leaders and probably a hope for the nation.